welcome to Virtual Coffee String. Lovely to have you here to join me today to get our caffeine hit on the amazing things that businesses like you are
Thank you.
doing in the business world to support global businesses around the world. So, String has about 10 years in the growth and marketing space and is the founder of the Trusted Voice.
Yes.
For those of you that are on LinkedIn, she's a bit of a superstar there, huge influence in this space about growing your personal brand and empowering, we love the word empowering, professionals and entrepreneurial um, business owners to be the trusted voice in their industry. So welcome, String, for joining me on Virtual Coffee.
I'm trying to
Hello.
figure out how to share this video so I could share it to my Facebook group. Like what's the instruction?
Okay.
How to share it?
Let's do all the technical things there.
Yeah, because
There we go.
is it, do you have to share it from the event page or do you share it from the global page? That's what I'm trying to
The
figure
global page.
out. Okay.
Yes, the global page. And then you can share it to your, you click on the share now or share to newsfeed, share on a friend's profile if you really like them,
Yeah, I'm
or
going to annoy
maybe you
them.
don't.
Hi, my friends. And then I go share it
Hello, my friends. I'm having coffee.
live now.
Oh, there you've done it. I can see it pop up.
Okay, cool. Okay, now I can focus because I was like I needed to share it out first.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's it. That's it. This is how you build your trusted voice and your personal brand, because when people see you in different platforms doing different things, it gets them all excited and going, what is it? What are you doing, String?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
having
Because
coffee
like
with people
if you
again.
don't if you don't promote yourself, people don't know what you do. So you have to be on people's top of mind.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about specifically, because our topic today is about leveraging LinkedIn, and obviously this is applicable as well to different social media platforms. But in to grow your personal brand and business, String, tell us a little bit about why, sort of how this became your thing, how building personal brand and helping people do that became your thing.
I always start with my mum's story because I feel like it gives you some context about who I am. I'm a proud daughter of a refugee and she didn't have any education, but she was super resourceful. So what she did was she chucked us in the library because she had like of one of 5 kids and she couldn't afford childcare. But because I was surrounded by books, I just became a bookworm and loved sharing knowledge and consuming knowledge. She taught me like, what was funny was that I felt like I loved sharing. So whenever like I learned something new, I would tell my brothers and sisters about what I'm learning all the time. They thought I was annoying, but they kept on asking me questions. Then I feel like I gave a good habit where they just like, Suze, which is like, that's my name. It's like, how do you do this? How do you do that? I became the reference in Google. So that's like what the concept of the trusted voice is, like you become the go-to place for your topic. And but String came along. I just realized I really found my voice by going on video and sharing my expertise and my knowledge and my insights about the world. Because originally I felt like I didn't have a voice, I didn't have a space to share that. And I remember like my voice being squished by society, by being an Asian woman. And like I felt like my creativity was being squished in my 9-to-5 job as well. So I just knew like I quit my 9-to-5 job, became an artist, realized that wasn't sustainable. But I love connecting people, time and place together with String. And I won, like I did exhibitions and did things, but I realized it wasn't sustainable. But everyone kept on asking me questions about social media, videos. So like, I was making more money on social media marketing and community marketing than I was with like my art. So then I switched gears. And that's how I jumped onto video and grew my audience by becoming the trusted voice, the source, the space where everyone like asked me questions about it, the go-to authority. So now like like building up my personal brand allowed me to gain funding for the trusted voice as well.
Fantastic. And so what are the main things that people go to you for?
Yeah, I am the trusted voice for personal brand marketing on LinkedIn. That's where I get all my money. It's like a lot of people ask, like, how do you convert or how do you monetize an expert? It's you have to find out. People ask you all sorts of questions, but there's one thing that people are willing to pay you for, and it's always around LinkedIn marketing for me. I notice.
Yeah. And so yeah, and so for people who are, and those that are listening here, our audience with their cups of coffee, they're going, I don't know if I'm the expert in this space. What am I? How do people find what they're the trusted voice for?
One, like, what are the questions that everyone keeping you asking you for? But it's a good exercise. It's like, what am I the trusted voice for? And it's usually like 10 years of experience of what you build up a lot for. And for example, what are you the trusted voice for, Cheryl? You're the trusted voice for outsource profit generating work, like marketing, calls, VAs, right? But you're not a VA person. It's generating profit tasks, or outsource generating
Yes.
profit task. And I love how you labeled that, because it's like you kind of create a premium brand around VAs.
Yes. Yeah. And see that's the thing. I mean, I really like, even for people that whoever's listening, like if you haven't worked out who you're the trusted voice for, ask yourself with those, leading questions. I am the trusted, and it's a bit of an affirmation.
It
Is
is, it is. Yeah. It's I
and
just
say we've got a lot of clients that are in the buy agency space or property developers or whichever. They're like,
yeah, well, it's a
you
great
go ahead.
exercise.
I think we've got a bit of a lag there.
Yeah, oh, you're right. There is a bit of a lag, but I'm just going to continue on anyway. It is about a really affirmation exercise, and I'm making every client, anyone who wants to build a brand, to have that intention first, because then what happens is like they recognize their superpowers, and if they don't have clarity or intention, then they can't
Yes.
be a brand. It's like being a speaker. It's like you don't.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I want to be known for this, that, this, that, but that's like unclear. And personal branding is like and business as well is, what is your value proposition, and what is the door of entry that you want people to come to you for. It's always that first door, because you could always provide additional services and things behind that door, but branding is like that first door of a hotel. You don't want to be a motel, you want to be a hotel.
Yes, we want to be a motel. And so is there a specific formula for people to come up with their and really understand what their superpower is? Because it's not just a label to say, this is what I do. I am a real estate agent, I'm a lawyer, I'm a accountant, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's just sort of a
Job titles.
that superpower, and taking it up a notch to be go for people to go, wow, you are the person I need to go to. You're a lawyer, but this is what you'll do for me.
I think we're more than job titles, right? Like I do think long vision. Like I know that I'm a creative entrepreneur, and I'm going to probably set up multiple media companies or products afterwards. Like even now I'm on that journey, but I know like I'm a smart business person enough to know what people pay me for as a journey as I grow my business and my brand. And but a good exercise to do is like the first step is what I call clarity and recognition and affirmation, like you said. It's just knowing, having high self-awareness about what you're known for, what your vision is, and even knowing your personal values. Because personal branding is like walking your own truth every day.
Yeah, yeah. And for those who, I think that's such a powerful one. Personal branding is about walking your personal truth every day. I love it. Because I have a lot of people that reach out and go, Cheryl, I need someone to help me with social media marketing. And yeah, that's cool, but what this, I sort of the question that I asked him is, what is it that you're trying to achieve, right? They're like, oh, I want to get my business out there. I want people to see what I do, obviously generate leads and all of that. But the more and more I question them, it is about, and I've said to a few people, I said, who is your business? Your business is you, right? And if people connect more with the face of the business than they do to the actual brand itself.
Mm-hmm.
So what you actually need to do is to be able to get yourself out there in people's faces. Right? So
Yes.
what are the tips that you have for people who are just like not comfortable with that? They just go, I'm not used to, I'm not String, I'm not you, Cheryl, I'm not used to being in front of of the media. How do I how do
Yeah,
I
and
get to that point?
it's a bit of an imposter syndrome because as an Asian female, I feel like I had to deal with that early and understand where I fit in the world. So maybe I have too much of a self awareness because, like, there's certain people, I won't say their names or types, that just has like, they go to the right schools, they know the right people, they have an easy life. It was like they have like an easy level of game challenge, right? It's like the easy level. They go A, B, C, D, E, super easy. But I don't think you and I probably have to create our own path because we don't have A, B, C, D, E. We have to go A, then create B's, go underneath D's, go get E's just to get up to F. So we have to create our own path.
Got to
And
be
I
really
just realized that,
flexible.
and adaptable as well. And I guess you just have to understand your self-awareness and just go internal and have the confidence to be you. Because I feel like a lot of people are scared of being themselves. It's almost like they're scared of rejection from people they love and the fear. But the ironic thing is, respect comes from those people who respect themselves first.
Yeah, so true. That confidence is not something that people are necessarily born with. Some people are, some people come out and they're like, here I am. Majority of people are not necessarily like, yeah. My daughter will be like, I'm going to be a YouTube star. but we're not generally like, I guess our generation, or sort of the older generation, they're not used to being in front of the media all the time. And it is a learned skill. Without a doubt, it is a learned skill. I'm sure you and I, we look at our first videos, we sort of cringe and say, never, never bring that up again, at least
I
for
do.
me.
I share my first videos all the time because they're terrible.
Leave.
They're terrible, but it's good to see those first videos because it shows how much you've grown as well.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And so, how do people then, okay, once they get over that fear of getting out there, like I think one of the fears is, like I said, the imposter syndrome. How do you, as someone who's say starting out on your business and you're still finding your feet, right? And really you're still, there are people that have a ton more experience or whatever. How do you, I guess, convince yourself, and convince might not be the best word, convince yourself that you are the trusted voice, and then hence be able to have people build that confidence in you? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. I do. So even like the best of people start from zero is the first thing we have to recognize. And it's really, I don't think it's a good idea to compare yourself with others. Otherwise, what you go do is you feel like, oh, they're doing better than me. And our journey of who we have to be should be our own path. And we could go faster or slower depending on our pace. And you should always just be, it's about self awareness. I always come back to self awareness. But I think what I've realized is that people love seeing people's journey. That's what personal branding is. It's like walking your own truth, sharing that journey, and even sharing those beginnings, right? People respect when you hold accountable to what you want to achieve. So that's why I verbalize out
Yeah,
loud a
I love.
lot or share my journey a lot because I'm like saying, this is what I'm going to achieve. And by verbalizing it, And doing it, people see, oh, String has grown because, like she says, she's going to go start a startup business. Respect for that. Oh, String.
Yes.
Even if I failed my startup, I learned a lot from it, and I'm probably going to do better the next time around. So I see
Absolutely.
failures as lessons, as speed bumps. But those things are the ones that are what makes us who we are and makes us stronger. So instead of, it's all about the mindset, I guess. But I really believe that creating content, sharing your journey, documenting it as if it was a diary, but doing it publicly on social media is growing your brand. And also it allows you, it's a mechanism that allows you to think about your values, your thoughts, and gain clarity, because we're stuck in our head all the time. Imposter syndrome is like having fights inside our heads all the time.
Yeah. Stop fighting.
Yeah,
Stop
stop
fighting.
fighting.
Put away
Yeah.
the ego, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not about you. It's about them in the world that you're looking to serve.
Well, I think what's interesting is like I feel like you have to
And
go
so,
through your.
like in terms of content, you stress very much.
Oh, I wanted no. Go
Can you
ahead.
hear
Go
me?
ahead. Yeah. Okay. I just
I was going to
realized
say,
it's a 3 second lag, so I'm just waiting for you to finish your question.
okay, cool. So in terms of content, and you stress very much about being authentic and being yourself, right? And I'll be honest, like I've grown a lot more comfortable with Facebook. Is there in on LinkedIn, because people look at it as a more sort of professional platform, like how yourself can you be there, as opposed to being, do people sort of expect you to be more professional on LinkedIn and a different type of persona on Facebook, or is there really no difference?
I'm professional at that being myself. You're professional and being the trusted voice of outsourced work, right? So being professional is just having the confidence is that I know my shit. And that's professional, right?
Yeah,
I guess like
yeah.
everyone gets scared of the mask, but I feel like because like I really love what I do, I'm super appreciative that I wake up every day to do on the things that I care about. I know people hate rocking up to work because it's not something that they want to do every day. I rock up every day, waking up, loving my work. Sometimes I hate it because it's so hard, but I love it because I know how much like I've grown since then. And that's probably what people respect me for, because I rock up doing something that I love. And I know a lot of people are not in that situation. So they look at me and my path to do that. So you should be a professional of being the trusted voice. Like you do know your stuff. You do know your shit. And you build years of experience around it, but no one knows about you because you're not promoting it or sharing those insights and knowledge. And that itself is selfish.
That's life coach 101 there. I love that. You're keeping it everything inside you and you're being selfish because the world needs to know the superpowers that you have.
Yeah, and I think it is selfish because it's like someone could learn from that. Your clients could learn from it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And so how did people then what are some tools for them to be able to get out what's in here out there in a way that's not just mumble jumble, that is engaging, that attracts attention and provides value, I
Oh,
guess.
that's where the
Doesn't mean
7 day.
you've got to write a thesis.
Yes, you
Ooh,
don't. You don't have to write a thesis. Like you need.
7 day challenge.
Yes, the 7 day challenge. Organized it as a safe space, and we go to have a lot of fun. But it's just like a really strong accountability tool, and learn the content creation habits of creating content. And we get super busy, but like uh, just hanging out with me, you get to see what the good content practices are and the hints. So I'm like, just,
Cool.
really polls. You could do videos if you're game enough, or creating one lesson or one thing that you have inside of you that you want to share. That's really important to me more than anything else. It's just vomiting it out than keeping it in.
Excellent. How do we get into the 7-day challenge? Because I've signed up. I'm onto that. I'm going to
Yes,
be challenging myself to be posting on LinkedIn. We do some LinkedIn stuff already, but I love to be able to suck out more knowledge from String because it's a freebie. It's a challenge. I'm always into challenges.
yeah.
Jump onto that as well. How can we get onto that challenge?
There's so 100 people registered, so I'm like super pumped and super excited about it. You go to www.thetrustedvoice.co, and remember .co, and then you just like register, like put in your email, put in your name, and if you want additional accountability, put in your number as well, because I do send like phone messages and reminders about what's happening as well.
I like it. And what can people expect to get out on the other end after the 7 days?
Well, so we
A pack of
included
fried
during,
chicken.
oh yeah, besides fried chicken, during the challenge, like we have like accountability threads, and 2 times a week, I'm providing 2 live coaching as well, just to give feedback about content and stuff. But at the end of the day, I want you to, and also there's a prize. Like if you post 7 days, you win prizes. But really, like my goal for everyone is to create minimum of 3. Because if you can create 3, then you're winning. But you're epic if you can maintain 7.
Epic.
Epic. Yeah, win a prize.
All right.
Be
I have a
epic.
competitive nature.
Yeah,
I
I
have
feel like that.
competitive nature. If you like winning prizes, here you go. 7 days. It's a sharp challenge there. Really look at, again, if your audience hangs out on LinkedIn, whatever industry you're at, if you've got your audience that predominantly hangs out on LinkedIn, or a lot of them do, then ask yourself, am I spending enough, airtime on LinkedIn? We're not talking about 20 minutes a day, but do you have visibility on LinkedIn? If your answer is no, the next question, I guess, is do you want to have more visibility on LinkedIn? And if so, how do I get to do it the right way? I believe superstar String Nguyen and the trusted voice there to be able to help you on that.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
7 days.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. It's been fantastic. Except for the lag in conversation, I think we've covered a whole lot of important points around, again, stressing the need to build personal brand, because it's not just about your business's brand, right? People know you and then they go, oh, yes, she's part of the trusted voice. But it's the face and the content that you've put out that really attracts people to you
Yeah, get outside of
and
your head.
has also been able to impact the business. Absolutely. Get out of the head, move away imposter syndrome, stop that negative talk, and just do it. Just do it. If you're looking for more clients, more customers, more leads, to be able to impact more people, get out there, do something, and join the challenge. Thank you for joining me for Virtual Coffee. And I hope that the rest of you, if you've got any questions, and reach out to String on thetrustedvoice.co. Reach out to me as well if you want to be connected to this amazing, amazing, amazing woman who is helping everyone find their own voice in what they do and their true self. So have a great day, everyone. Wednesday. But thank you for joining us on Virtual Coffee. Hope you've had your little bit of caffeine, and have an incredible Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. See you next week. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.